While I'm doing
Dios
this,
mío. More?
let's go
No.
around the table and let's have everyone introduce themselves. How
God,
about DJ starts?
God, why'd you gotta start with me?
Because fuck
Okay,
you.
how much information are we sharing? All of it?
You're like
SSRE.
okay.
I bet
Okay,
we
so what?
played a whole lot of
Yeah,
nothing.
now let's all do the introduction. I'm still going first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, I am I, I am a gnome named Dietrich for obvious reasons, but I'm also a barbarian on account of the fact that I'm addicted to adrenaline, and so that in itself is the reason that I've been indicted into this prison, as I am awful with lying, and by awful I mean constant and just kind of okay at it. And the the uh the guys, I don't remember what their names are, so forgive me for that. But I may or may not have told one too many lie to them. Either way, I told them a little bit too much that I couldn't keep my word on, and ended up here. Oh, and I'm a rock gnome.
He's a rock gnome. All right.
Rock gnome.
Hell yeah. Wilnir, what's going on with you?
Oh golly gosh.
Oh,
Um,
Jeezums.
I'll give I'll give the abridged version. I'm Tybalt Stonehearth. Uh, I'm just a humble hill dwarf. Double checks character sheet. I'm just a humble hill dwarf. That owned a brewery in Mithril Hall. Anyway, yeah. So basically, Tybalt Stonehearth. I'm from one of the citadels. I lost my father. He went missing because he went exploring to find old ruins of dwarves in the tall forest, the high forest. Yeah, the high forest. And he never came back. We don't know what happened to him. And
It's
so
a
later
shame.
on, yeah, later on, after a career swap to becoming a brewer, I started to have dreams. And I
Whoa.
don't think anything of it, but eventually I get to a point where I start writing them down. I want to keep a dream journal. And then I realize, oh hey, these are this is pretty whack because I start casting spells. So
In your
I
sleep.
get into he gets into this cycle where he casts spells, but it makes him tired, so then he sleeps, and when he sleeps, he writes down the dreams and he unlocks more spells. And his entire life starts falling into shambles around him because he's like not taking care of himself or any of his relations, including his job. Uh, he gets saved by his brother because he was literally about to die from just not eating. And then after that, because he feels deeply ashamed and he's quite he follows the teachings of Valkana, who basically she's like the goddess of like life, vows, and water, I believe is the third one.
She's a goddess of water.
Yep, just throw that
Oh
in there.
yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess water keeps people alive.
Who
Uh,
would have thought?
yeah, life, vows, and water. So since I feel like I've disgraced my clan and my family, which is something he holds quite highly, he vows to leave the citadel in search of his father, and if not, if he can't find his father's hammer. Double checks.
Mhm.
Weapon. Regardless, he's trying to find his father's weapon, and so he leaves. Some dwarves from Citadel Feldar hold quite a lot of contempt for the dwarves of Mithril Hall. And basically, he got into a spot of bother because when he had to identify himself to the Black Guard, uh, who are like the Gate Guardians, I believe that's their name, the Black Watch, Black Guard, then he obviously gave himself away. He has family in Mithril Hall, and from there, Banrum's decided skedaddle skedoodle. You've collapsed in your bed and are like catatonic. We're going to kidnap you and sell you to Drow. And there you go.
As you do. Are we
So
all
it's-
in the same cage?
You're all in the same
Are we?
cage.
There you
Oh,
go.
crazy.
All right,
Are there other
and
people in other cages? Or
we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Miss.
Well, after that Hemingway novel, my character is just a Kenku rogue who has absolutely no people skills, and he was stealing from the bear rooms when he got caught. And now he's in a cage, apparently one cage with like 4 people.
Yeah, it's tight.
Well, two of us are half people essentially.
Excuse you.
Rude.
Dwarves are full
Actually,
men. I'll have
All
you
of us
know.
are like half people. We're all tiny.
Excuse you. All right.
Sheets,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
'cause
call
I'm
you
not
a
a bitch.
you little ner. Silence.
Oh
Gnur.
no.
You call me a
Alright.
nerd?
Yeah, I just called you Gnur.
Oh no, what do we do?
A gunner or a nerd?
It means that just literally means gnome.
Alright, so I'll give
gonna be-
the
You need to check people's
the
character sheets. I
introduction
don't know where they are. Okay, I found one.
for everybody. Alright, so all of you have ended up in the cage for one reason or another. You've wronged the Banram family, a very powerful crew of dwarf mobsters that occupy a large part of the Sword Coast. They have punished you by selling you to the Underdark as slaves, and here you have been in this cage for such and such a time.
A week.
A week. You are all completely naked. You have no equipment. You have no items. You're stuck in the cage.
So now we roll.
And now
dick
you can
size.
roll for dick size. But please
Cool.
fucking don't.
Oh, hold on.
Oh
I
yeah,
gotta roll my- I
orange
gotta roll
is
my
the
percentile.
great burner.
Oh no.
That's like
Percentage of
six- that's like
what?
80.
Percentage of body mass.
Oh no. Not the dick size.
I just rolled the D12.
21% baby.
21% of what?
Body mass.
Oh dear God. Oh God. Okay.
Let's go. Do Kenku even have dicks?
They just like, you know how birds
And
just
what
kind of
do
like
you
it
mean
slurps into their body?
Oh yeah. Does that mean he has more or less room to be hung? Anyway, moving on.
All right. So, being that you've been here for a good amount of time, you've basically learned the patrols. About every 30 minutes to an hour, a drow will come by and check the cages, make sure they're in chart or in good shape, and then every 3-4 hours, one will come by with food, aside from sleeping time when you don't get food because you're asleep,
As you do.
as one does.
That's unfortunate. I want
Jokes
the
on
what do I
you.
get the munchies?
Do gnomes sleep? We sleep, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they sleep.
Everybody
Listen.
sleeps.
Gnomes
Except
are
for me.
crackheads, but they're not that big
I'm literally a crackhead gnome, so
even even gnomes sleep.
All right, so as in standard D&D fashion, this is the gameplay time. This is for a miss since he hasn't really played
People small.
PP small. So you are free to try to make rolls. You're free to role play and interact. Try to make your way to escape, not just by moving your token out of the cage like some cheaters are doing.
well, I was just seeing if I could. I'm sorry. I was just seeing if that was
I don't know if I
realized you
can
could.
make. I don't think there's collision on this tabletop simulator. Basically,
Okay.
Let's see.
So let's have me and Wolner go first so that MS can see.
All right. So what time would you describe this as? Would you say that we'd be waking up around this time, or?
I'd say it's a couple hours into the day. As you're looking around, there's a drow coming around the corner to give everyone their lunch. Just vibing.
Okay. How would you describe this drow? Anything
This
notable?
drow. Nothing
Is
too
this a
notable.
drow
I
or-
mean, he's just standard drow fashion, kind of uneventful clothing, basic shoulder length hair, looking kind of angry.
Okay,
So,
so he
with
doesn't
drow-
seem happy to see us.
No.
Okay. Uh,
Why would he be happy to see us?
well, it's not really more so about him being happy to see us. It's more so about whether or not he actually cares about our existence, or if he seems like just generally upset. So we got that answered. Okay. Uh, all right. Well, I nudge. Your name was what? Let's see. Dietrich.
What? Yes.
I nudge Dietrich and I go. He doesn't seem too happy.
You don't say.
Do you
I
think it's
don't.
my face?
I know. I wouldn't be too happy if I saw your face.
I've been trying. Listen, it's hard to take care of a beard in these conditions.
Well, maybe you should just shave it off then.
Excuse you?
I'm just saying, it'd be a lot easier if it were a little shaved.
That would do not only myself, but my clan great dishonor. I
Oh,
would never.
it's a beard, kid. Come on, chillax. I don't think chillax is probably length. I don't think that's very
Just chillax a bit, bro.
Chillax, my brosums.
I don't think that's very
Dietrich?
common language back then.
Bro, just chill on the couch for a bit, have a brewski, we can watch some fucking hockey, it'll be great.
Dietrich, I'm 110.
And all right then.
You know what? You win this
just-
round.
He's got fuck. Alright.
Cool.
Does anyone want to
gonna-
make any rolls?
I do actually. I
let's
was
see,
about
okay.
to make a perception roll
Alright.
to see if there were any other sort of like patrols anywhere nearby, or if it was just this one guy coming to check on us,
Okay.
which would be a hard 0 plus to that, so 19.
Holy shit. Okay. Well, he comes,
Okay.
you know, walking through. He's throwing your food at you. He kind of sneers at you like, ugh, gross people. He walks over here to give food to this prisoner.
Wait,
'Cause
I wasn't ready for that yet.
No, I know.
I was
I
actually
know.
gonna when he came up to me.
You can wait till he comes back. Because in the time you've had that conversation, he's, you know, made one back through. There's someone in this cage, by the way, who's kind of out of it, not really communicative, sniveling, cold, weak, pathetic.
As you
Um,
do.
But with that 19, you actually
Got a lot of
hear,
evidence.
it's not something completely unfamiliar to you because you've been here for so long, but outside of the cave, you think it's a cave, it's hard to tell, it's kind of dark, but you assume it's a
Why is
cave.
it dark? I thought it was midday.
You're
Oh,
in
we're
the Underdark.
Dumb.
Yeah, the underground sun is shining bright. No, you take a look out an ear look out the cave, and you do hear some bickering, some fire crackling, because you think that there's maybe some sort of encampment set up just outside of the cave where the people are watching you. And I mean, you know there's more than one. You're not sure exactly how many. You know there's more than one. You can hear them kind of talking outside, but that's about it. They're too far away for you to get anything distinct or even get a count of how many people.
Is he back?
Okay.
He's walking past you.
Wait, I'm gonna roll a strength to try and grab him and pull him up against the cage and choke him out.
All right, roll your strength.
It'd be a 20 plus, or that would be 9 plus 3.
12.
You know you can add your you can add your
Yeah,
bonus.
That's my bone. I know,
All
but
right.
I'm not the advanced dice roller.
All right. Well, he's gonna roll against you.
Just putting that in for the record.
+3.
It's 3. Here, let me just.
All right. You go to grab at him, and he notices you, and he just kind of takes a step out of the way, and he's like, "Hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing?"
I go to grab a rock and throw it at him.
Roll
so-
perception to find rock.
Perception to find rock. 7. Do I find rock?
You don't find rock. There's no,
No
rocks.
rock?
There's pebbles, but there's no rocks.
I attempt to muscle past Dietrich here to get to like kind of stand in between him and the guard. Here.
I would also like
And I
to
kinda
say, this isn't a new thing. I've been doing this since we've been in. This is something that I've done every single day at every single meal.
Oh dear God.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I suppose I won't muscle past him. I'll just kind of.
It's kind of
Well,
just a
that's
normal
why he was
thing.
upset. That's why he didn't want to be
Because
near
you
us.
know-
Kind of rude,
God,
not gonna
this-
lie. Holy shit. Okay. Well, he spits in your general direction, and he continues to walk back away.
Someday.
Like, call it an occupational hazard.
Oh, come on. If I could get a hold of him one of these days, we could totally get out of here.
I don't think that's gonna be the way we do it.
I don't see why not.
I don't have a better idea though. So keep doing it.
Does the quiet Kenku wish to say anything?
How big are the bars?
Like how far
Big enough
apart,
to
or
hold
like
you.
what's the
Yes.
girth?
Both.
Let's
What's
see.
the girth
What's
of
the
the
average?
bar?
It's the average arm is probably
Roll
like. So
perception.
I'd say
One.
the
It's a
bars
bar.
are bars are probably 4 inches apart. There's not a lot of wiggle room.
Kenku are small creatures, right?
They're not that small.
Relatively.
I mean, they're
Wait, are they
short.
not?
They're like 5 foot.
Oh, so they're a lot bigger than me.
Yeah, it's
They're
taller
a
than
manly
you.
king.
I'm like a hard 3 foot.
Damn, B.
Oh, damn! You're still
Short ass fucking gnome.
I'm a gnome.
Well,
I'm a tiny ass gnome.
Your height is just small. How am I supposed to know?
Oh yeah. I actually yeah, it is small everywhere, huh? Forgot about
That's
that.
true. That's anywhere from like what 2 to 4 feet.
Yeah, that's exactly in the middle of 2 to 4.
All right. Well,
All right.
all
What
right.
are the
So
bars
I'm gonna.
made out of?
The bars, they're made out of some type of wood, but it's like wet and
Hard.
slippery, kind of like when you're in the forest and it just rained and there's a down tree and it's really like kind of slimy
It
feeling.
doesn't have any of the bark on it. It's just
That
like
spit
the
did a lot.
meat of the tree.
It's not like it's not a tree, but it's like a tree.
Okay, can I see if I can break through the bars?
Yeah, go ahead and try, bud. Try
In
and
a
break
week.
through the bars.
In a week.
Roll strength.
Oh god.
I swear to God.
11.
No.
No.
Dang.
Just no.
For like probably the 16th time today, you walk up to the bars, you grab them, and
I'm a very go-getter gnome. Worth a shot.
What
So
a
I'm
method.
guessing the treasure chest behind our cage isn't actually a treasure chest.
Yeah, I forgot to make note. That's not actually there. I just am lazy.
I figured
I
that
reach into
might
the
as
treasure
well
chest and pull out
have. All of our
my
stuff
bolt
is
of
in the
cutting.
treasure chest. Bolt of cutting.
Yes, of course.
Like a
Yes, my
kibble.
bolt of cutting. It's not a bolt cutter. It's a bolt of cutting. It's a lightning bolt. It cuts things really good. I'm gonna make that now.
Anyway, sorry, hurry.
Oh.
You were saying something.
Does anyone have any other ideas, or should I time warp ahead to the next patrol?
How far apart are the cages?
Probably 2 feet, 2-3 feet. Not a lot.
Then would I roll perception to see if there's anything in any adjacent cage?
Yeah, sure, you can try that.
There's a bolt of cutting. It's my secret weapon. It's in every campaign. Even the ones I don't DM. Bolt of cutting.
Rolling
Definitely real. I didn't just make
20.
it.
I think if you
try
do
slash
/R, yeah.
Yeah, try /R. Did you just type that?
Of course.
I respect the
I
effort.
think go to the side and go to
Yeah, you can just.
Oh
my god, I got a natural 20
It's a
on my
bolt of
fake roll. /R and then space and then like 1d20 plus 3 without spaces.
That's why you should be rolling for us, Ari.
Yeah, why don't you roll for us?
I mean, I could, but that's kind of boring.
Yeah,
It's the advanced roller, because that's way easier.
The what?
The advanced roller.
Well, yeah,
Do I
that
look
works
like
too.
I know what a JPEG is.
I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
I need to make my next character based off Tanko. The one after.
The fucking boomer.
He's like I don't know, he's like an alchemist or something like that. No,
I don't
he's just
believe
a pyromancer. He's just an elementalist mage. Wait, do those still exist? Like a shaman? Does shamans still exist? In
Probably.
I don't.
With Tasha's
yeah,
Cauldron, they probably do.
Oh yeah, I guess. Do you have any modifiers to your perception, I miss?
I have 3.
He
it
has
should just
3
be-
modifiers.
It should just be. I'm just gonna double check to make sure I do this right.
No, let's say you did it.
Got it.
Alright, you look
You
in
see-
the other cages, and just barely within arm's reach is a rock the size of a small baseball. It's perfect for throwing.
Oh no. No.
How the fuck did I not see that? I got like a 13. Come on. I gotta. I had a fucking. I don't know.
Oh God.
It's such a bullshit. Favoritism.
It's like a perfect sphere.
It's very, very round. It's so strange. Is there
Bizarre.
Is there anything you'd like to do with this strange rock you just happened to find?
Nah.
Alright. Well, while they're doing that, no one's what way is what style of door is does this cage have?
Like kind of a dungeon prison door type beat, but it's
Yes.
more crudely made.
So it kind of like it's just like is it on hinges or does it like slide out and then go to one side?
It's on hinges.
All right.
Do you have a plan?
I would like to look at the. I would like to inspect the lock, not because I'm good at it, but because I can.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Investigation. All right. Let's see if I have. Oh wait, I forgot that my. I didn't think this one through, but. All right. Hold on.
I'm actually
It's
a rather.
fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
That sounds like it'll go well.
I feel like
I'm sure I will
great.
get much very useful information.
Much very useful information, eh?
I got a 12.
Minus
I got a 12 with a minus
3?
3 mod.
Oh my god!
I have
Why do you have a minus?
Holy shit.
I have a 4 in wisdom.
You're dumber than me.
Oh my god.
You have high wisdom.
You're fucking lucky that you're level 1. Alright, well, you investigate the hinges and you're like, huh. So there's one near the top and one near the bottom, and they're like nailed in, not really like screwed because no drills.
So it's like pins.
Like pins. Pins are keeping them in.
okay.
It's pretty well made for what it is, but it's not infallible.
Alright, but what does the lock look like? Like, is it, so the cages seem very hollow. Is there, like, just a solid block and there's the lock in it? Or, like, how do the,
So there's an
like, what
extra
is the,
chunk of like the wood substance where kind of the key would go, and it seems to be a handmade locking mechanism with a keyhole. And
so does it seem mechanical?
yeah, it's I would call it mechanical.
Alright, I'm gonna, nudge the Kenku. What is your Kenku's name, actually? I don't think I've seen your Kenku's name. Or she. Like, in its
Squawk.
entirety. Alright, well,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna nudge the Kenku and go, hey Bert, have you checked this out? I don't know why I'd say that, because it's been a week, but I will.
Because you have fucking 4 to your
Hey, Bart.
wisdom, so you haven't thought about it yet.
They're just
Excuse you. Yeah, I've just been spaced out for the entire 4 weeks. 7
like you've
days.
spent a long time trying to figure this out, and it took you up to this point to think maybe I should just try the lock. Fucking
So,
gold.
So I'm gonna nudge Squawk and I'll go, hey Bert, you seem the sneaky type. I don't suppose you know anything about locks, do you?
Squawk.
Oh god.
I didn't say Squawk.
Please God, tell me you know common.
Oh no.
I turn to what we've been calling Squawk. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a Chad move. I'm gonna
Are you gonna steal the rock?
I'm gonna roll intimidation. I'm gonna be
Come
like,
on.
Squawk, I swear to God, if you don't check this fucking lock right now, unnatural 20.
So Miss, I'm gonna need you to roll a Constitution save. So a D20 plus your Constitution modifier.
That's a shame.
That's a shame. The only way to win.
There might be a lot of special people in this group.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Dios mío, be poor dwarf.
Oh, Dios mío. Oh my god.
Did I win?
Fucking 0. You are
Did I win?
remarkably you're remarkably encouraged to try to figure out the lock. You have a sudden burst of motivation. He understands enough.
No, he's talking about the lock.
Yeah.
I was pointing. I was being rather.
He knows.
Okay,
Yeah, it's fine.
seriously, do you know common?
Squawk.
So, okay, the thing about Kenku is they don't technically know languages, but they can understand them.
Yeah, that's right.
Being that he has a lot of history in the overworld, yes, he understands enough common to piece together what you said.
This is sad. He's supposed to be bad at common. This can't be. I can't stand for this. I'm going to reduce his intelligence at every turn.
You got a 0. I got a fucking unnatural 20 and you got an unnatural 0.
How does this happen? Okay, so why don't you go ahead and investigate the lock and see what you can find out.
I look at the lock.
Roll investigation.
Please tell me your wisdom's good. Please.
Does anyone have good wisdom?
I have an
Unnatural
plus
20.
0.
Alright. You look at the lock and you think, shit, I can do this. So you're a Kenku, right? How long are your
Does he have
talons?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, baby. That's a win for me.
So I'm going to assume you have
yeah.
talons long enough to stick into a lock, right?
Perhaps.
Perhaps. I want you to...
Nudge.
Because of that investigation, how about you roll sleight of hand with advantage? Now, advantage is that you roll 2d20s and take the highest. So 2d20 sleight of hand roll.
Yeah, you can do /R 2d20 K1, and that's keep 1. Got some parry
Wolnir
bonus,
knows
bro.
more about the commands than I do.
It's because I used Monkbot a lot.
Easy.
So what's the suffix for that?
/R, and then it's just space 2d20, and then without it taking another space, you just type K1. There you go.
So 20. Natural 20. And a
Oh,
natural 1. Holy fucking shit. What the hell just happened?
You're actually the chaotic force.
What?
Is this?
Oh,
This is your first game of D&D.
What the fuck?
How many? Hold on. So, like your first ever actual roll in D&D, you roll like a number no one cares about. Your
fucking-
second one, you roll a 0, and the third one.
Unnatural
Fourth, you
20.
roll a natural 1 and a natural 20.
How?
Welcome
Fucking-
to tabletop RPGs.
Welcome to Tabletop RPGs. The gods of RNG bless you in this game as well as every other. Holy
I
fuck.
told you.
Did he have advantage or disadvantage?
You had advantage because of the
God.
high investigation roll.
No,
Fucking
wait, hold on.
alright.
my
Oh no, you
God.
put the command in wrong, so it's a 27, not a 28. It's 2d20
Yeah.
It's still a
K1,
fucking
then plus 7.
natural 20.
Yeah, it's 20. It's natural. So you're
It
like,
doesn't
huh.
matter what the modifier is. He got a natural.
You're
20.
like, what is this? A baby lock? A lock for babies? And you just
Baby
immediately
shower?
open the cage and the door is open
After a couple of
I'm-
weeks.
after
I am
No, 7 days.
7 days.
7 days.
You just haven't tried it. You didn't even
gotta, like-
realize you've been like fucking imprisoned. You just think this is normal.
You just think this is normal. Okay,
God.
Okay.
I would like to say
so-
that I am visibly disappointed.
I'm
that-
like spaced out.
That's all it took.
Yeah, I'm completely spaced out, and I just like notice. Does the door make a sound?
It's pretty quiet. It's like moist, so it's not squeaky.
Yeah. So I just like continue to be spaced out. I don't even notice.
Okay.
Well, because of the
Like,
fact that I
sitting right
yelled
beside him.
I was probably paying attention.
All right. Well, you're out. Fuck.
Where is the door, by the way? Which
So-
side is it on?
Do you see my ping?
Yeah.
That's
No,
the
the door of the
entrance to
cage.
the head of the
Oh,
cave.
the
The door of the
entrance to the
cage
cage.
is right there. Boop.
Okay,
right,
so
right
where
there.
I was standing.
Yeah, you were
you
sitting by
would've
the
been
door. Just and you can just walk out now.
Okay, cool. I step out. Actually,
Alright,
I
I
don't
kinda-
step out.
Hmm.
I'm gonna roll
Hmm.
a perception. I'm gonna be a smart brain. I'll roll a perception
Okay.
and
You
see
just avoid stepping and
the
go for
other
boarding.
people in the cages. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that perception.
Fuck.
Are you dumb? All right. There's no way you can fuck this up because there's no way. All right. In this cage, there is an old sniveling man who's just kind of freaking out. But bad news bears wouldn't have you stepped out of the cage yet?
No, I said I didn't step out of
Okay.
the cage.
So I'm going to warn you right now, when you step out of that cage, things
That's
are going
what
to
I figured.
happen.
I
He's
figured
gonna
that's. I
he's
step
gonna
out
do
of the
things.
cage now.
All right. So he sees
you
you
like
step
my
out of the cage. He perks right up, still sniveling, still like freaking out. He runs up to the side of the cage and like grabs onto the bars and starts trying to
Oh,
shake
no.
them viciously while screaming at you at the top of his lungs.
Hey,
Like,
hey!
kinda like jumping away. Huh? What?
Are you guys gonna come out or not? I'm gonna just start being like, shh, calm down, calm down,
Roll persuasion.
calm down. Fuck. Goddamn. Oh, what's my persuasion?
I'm gonna
Sorry,
look at
I gotta
Squawk and
check
I'm
my
gonna go,
persuasion.
good work, Squawk.
It's a hard 2
Squawk.
persuasion. Oh, yeah. I'm getting some damn
Okay.
good rolls.
He looks at you and he slows down. And the shaking stops, and he looks very sad and very desperate, and he's staring at you.
Can you speak common? I walk up to the cage.
Excuse me, sir. Do you speak American?
Do you speak? Well, there's a fucking bird that couldn't speak it earlier, so of course I'm a little bit like
Squawk.
maybe people don't.
All right. You begin to talk to him, and you hear footsteps from the mouth of the cave, and you hear, "Quiet down, you old fucking bastard!" And they're coming your way.
I sprint
Shit.
to the entrance of the cave.
I kind of look at Squawk, and I'm like, we should probably not stay here.
I grab the rock from the other cage.
No.
Where did you get that?
I'm.
Yeah, you
Ari's
can.
alright.
Yeah, you can sprint.
Okay, well,
Entrance to the cave, right?
Yeah, that's about right.
alright, I'm
That
gonna
must
step
switch
out,
right
and
here
then
and
the
kinda
entrance
just, like,
is.
Get ready for them to come out with my fist.
Okay. So as you sprint up to the cage, you know,
Not the
it's-
cage.
Well, not the
The
cage,
entrance
the
of the-
cave. You sprint up. Things get a little bit clearer to you, and you see the person coming around the corner. Ooh. I'd like to remind you that they're drow and they have dark vision.
I'm behind the behind
Wait,
the
does
wall,
the gnome have
right?
dark vision?
Yeah, so I don't remember.
Okay,
So
yeah,
the
no,
wall
yeah,
ends
no,
about
yeah,
here.
have dark
Vision.
They should.
In
everyone
dark
has dark
in
vision.
in dark light,
that's not
it's
right.
black and white. In like lighter dark, I can see in color for up to 60 feet.
Imagine.
Yeah, so the wall like ends right here, kind of,
What
and
the
like
hell
there's
is-
kind of a cliff face here, but I'm ignoring that because it's free assets. So yeah,
Wait, so
what you're looking at,
am
that's
I
the
am I above?
no,
I
it's all
figured-
flat ground. Like it
Is there a
comes
wall
in.
right here that I'm hiding behind?
You're hiding behind the edge of like a wall, but like a small part of you is kind of visible unless you like.
Well, I meant to, go to the side of the entrance of the
Okay,
cave.
well, I
to get
if you
ready.
I see what you're
Right.
saying. So you're basically gonna be standing like here, but off to the side so that they can't like see you. Okay,
How
gotcha.
do you ping again?
Hold down mouse
I did
one.
it.
Like that.
There we go. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna like nudge Squawk, and I'm gonna whisper. You think you can get that guy out?
Squawk.
Okay. Well,
Is
is
that
that
an
like an
affirmative
Squawk, or do
We
you have
can't
any
really
body
change
language?
tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Well,
can.
do you
You
like
can
show
do
any
that.
body language?
Asking a lot of questions. do you nod or anything, or you just
Yeah,
gonna squawk?
Do you just like stare at me and say Squawk?
I closed the door back of the cage that we were in.
Easy,
Oh, God.
very good.
Were you babysitting a tiny little baby, a little baby boy, a little small boy, a little
like-
baby bird boy?
Oh, what the fuck's sake?
So you're back in the cage. All right. Well, that's boop, boop, boop.
Oh God. I kind of like glance to the entrance, and I glance at Squawk. And I'm like, "Get the fuck out! Get out of the cage!"